In this section, I am going to introduce you to the three palettes and the programming blocks that are inside them. First of all, I just need to load up the tablet app. Okay, there are three palettes in the EV3 app, which we are going to cover in this section today. The action palette, the flow palette, and the comment palette. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start a new program, and I'll take you through each one. Now, by default, we start with the action palette. This is the one that you're presented with when you start a new program. And this palette is where we see things happen, such as motors moving. So this is a motor, for example. Sounds playing, and that's the sound block, and brick lights flashing. So this is the action palette. I'll just take some of those away. You can see I'm deleting just by dragging these icons, programming blocks, down to the bottom of the screen. And let's have a look at the flow palette. Now, the flow palette controls the flow or structure of the program you write. Wait for blocks control how motors are turned on and off using sensors as an input. For example, drive until the touch sensor is pressed, then stop. This is the same for the display block and the brick status light block as well. And these can be controlled by sensors using blocks in this flow palette. Decisions can be added to your program using the palette in the form of the switch block, as well as automation. And this is what we know as the loop block, where we can loop things forever. We will have a look at the different blocks and how we incorporate them with the action blocks later on. The final palette to introduce you to is the comment palette. There are coloured comment blocks. There are three of them, and they are available to allow users to annotate their work. And this is a great tool for teacher assessment and is a way to remind students of what they have programmed, which is often important when debugging work when things are not quite working. Why the three colours in the comment palette? Well, green is for action, orange is for flow, and purple is for miscellaneous comments. Now, I want to start by showing you the start block, and this is a really important block to start with, so I want to talk about that first. So, why are we talking about it? Well, it has two main functions. The first function is to run programs. Hit the play button, it downloads and run, and we can use this instead of the buttons at the top right hand of the corner. But the other thing is, when I press on the play button, if the brick is not connected, it will prompt us to connect the brick. So let me show you now. If I hit the play button, you can see in the top right hand side of the screen up here that the brick is not connected. So if I now click on play, it says you're not connected. Click on the connect button. So I click on that connect button. It will search for my EV3 brick, and we've been using the brick called Hawk. So I click on Hawk, wait a couple of seconds for the connection to be made, and as you can see on the tablet, I've now got Hawk connected to my tablet here. Now, because I've used Hawk before, I didn't have to do any pairing up and confirming, because it's already there. So now I'm ready to do some programming. Let's do some.